Valve dropped 3 absolute bombs today. The Steam Frame standalone VR headset, that's going to have to be a separate video. This one focusing on the new Steam Machine, and yes, the wait is finally over, the 2026 edition Steam controller.
Oh.
Let's start with a little history. Over 10 years ago, Valve announced their first version of SteamOS, a Linux-based operating system that would free gamers from the shackles of Microsoft Windows. No, it was a total commercial flop.
Well, it wasn't ready yet.
Instead of
Yeah, it wasn't good enough, and Steam wasn't big enough. So 2013, I showed this before, but like you've got to remember that like their total like activatable market, like if you
that shit looked nasty as fuck, mud.
Look at how many people are using Steam, for example, concurrent Steam users. 2013, there were, like this is December, right? So it went up. There were 7 million users. Now there are 41 million users. So it's gone up.
That's crazy as fuck, bro. That's crazy as fuck, bro. That's like overpopulated.
Like, what is that? Fucking 6 times. It is multiplied by 6 times the direct
that's why I said if they wasn't gonna make a machine, bro, they would have been stupid.
Activatable market that they have. That's nuts.
Giving up on Steam machines, Valve doubled down, working with game developers on Linux native ports of their games and with open source.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. If PlayStation is like the same thing as Steam. You feel me? It's a platform that has multiple games on it. You get what I'm saying? It's a distributor. Just like Spotify has multiple artists in one. You feel me? It's something like that. So I kind of understand why they would want to release their own console, and they already have, but you feel me? Their audience look like they bigger than PlayStation numbers a little bit. I don't know.
Developers on the Proton compatibility layer that makes their Steam Deck handheld out-of-the-box compatible with thousands of Steam games, even ones that only ever shipped on Windows. The Steam Deck is believed to have sold millions of units at this point, and no wonder, given its great balance of solid gaming and outstanding affordability. But its mobile form factor has...
I have no Steam Deck. I didn't even know that shit was well, I'm new to PC and streaming and stuff, so it's understandable.
Certain limitations and left gamers hungry for something more substantial. And well, here it is. I'm calling it the Lunchbox. 1, because it's substantial, like lunch. 2, because it's cube-shaped, like a box.
It's a Gabe Cube. It's not a lunchbox, it's a Gabe Cube. That's what it is.
And 3, because I think this thing is going to eat Xbox's lunch. Okay, that last one was a bit of...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all dropped another Microsoft console. Xbox is fucked. You can literally play all the Xbox exclusives on here, bro, because it's on PC. It's on Windows.
All right, so now I see why he called it that. Is it going to... I think that Xbox doesn't have a lunch anymore. I think that Xbox would rather be the cafeteria. That's why they've decided to be a publisher. They're no longer like focusing on hardware, probably only to the extent that it will be a streaming device.
Wow.
That's what they've decided to do.
Reach. But not as far as I'm reaching for this segue to our sponsor.
That's why I said the Arc Raiders game just proved that Steam needs their own fucking console. And they shouldn't even name it a Gabe Cube. It should be Steam Cube or something like that. Not even a Steam Deck. Like, it should be something else.
Hold up, Rogue Lab is having a sale.
Rogue Lab? I don't even know what that is.
What the fuck?
Oh. I have one of those. I got off the side of the road.
Hear that? That's the sound of the...
What the fuck am I watching, bro? What the fuck?
But hurry! You only have until November 26th. Shop now at lttstore.com.
Great. Good one. Oh shit. Turn it down.
Trying to get people money.
That's pretty cool.
What has become typical Valve fashion, they've been atypically open about the new Steam machine, giving us direct access to the engineering folks who worked on these devices. The only thing I didn't have today was time, so we're going to get through this as fast as we can. At the heart of the Steam machine is a 6-core AMD Zen 4-based CPU that turbos up to 4.8 gigahertz.
Nah, this is a great model. What the hell? But it is gonna have a couple hiccups though. You can see with the 16 GB. Unless you can remod
gigs
that.
Of RAM and an 8 gig GPU that they compared to a 7600 XT-ish. But they were also quick to point out that it might not be apples to apples thanks to their custom software stack and power tuning.
It's definitely gonna operate better than the PlayStation and Xbox.
Basically, the goal was that pretty much anything on Steam should run at 4K 60 FPS if...
I don't believe it. 4K 60 FPS.
Bullshit. Yep.
you're willing
Bullshit.
to turn down the details and use a little bit of FSR upscaling.
Okay. Okay, so 4K 6 FPS.
4K 6 FPS is yo, funny as fuck.
And we saw that on display with Cyberpunk running in the demo room at these settings.
Okay.
Valve says to expect about 6 times the performance of the Steam Deck. Now, I was a little surprised to not see an SoC with shared memory, but apparently the decision to go for discrete CPU and GPU came down to balancing cost, power, size, and performance, and also they just didn't feel like they needed to. And I guess Valve was right, because they nailed this thing. Compared to a more traditional ITX small form factor machine like the OG Steam machine.
Right, where's the graphics card? AMD Zen 4 core, AMD Retinal 8 GDD. That is semi-custom. That got to be the graphics card.
Wow, this is way smaller. Holy shit, you'd be able to take this with you.
Of course.
Design, you can see that it's a lot smaller.
Honestly, I think maybe they might not be able to do this for like ventilation reasons or like like airflow reasons. But if you could make one that's like a thinner version of this that somebody could use kind of as like a small laptop, remember like those thin PS2s? I think that you could sell another version of that for people that would want to have it as like a to-go machine.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be smart. You feel me? Rather take your big ass PC, you could grab one of these shits and go and be on the go. But why not just get a fucking laptop? You feel me?
Take it with you? Yeah, exactly right. You have a Steam Deck for that? Well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people probably aren't going to have both. They probably have one or the other.
Smaller.
Buy a laptop.
More on par with a highly integrated design like something like the Framework Desktop. Investment disclosure. Like the Framework Desktop, Valve allows customization of the front panel using these magnetic plates, and they're going to provide the CAD files so you can put whatever your heart desires on here. They even had a machine in the demo room with an e-ink display that was showing system vitals. Pretty darn cool. But unlike the
that is really cool. I like that.
Framework, it has a programmable RGB strip in the front that could be used to personalize your style, or
you can make
show
it
a progress bar while you switch your TV input and wait for your game to be downloaded.
Nah, that's tough. That's tough right there.
The sky's kind of
that's actually really clever. I like that.
Limit. The front of the device has a power button, micro SD slot, 2 USB 3 5 gigabit per second ports. Then the rest of the I/O is in the back, where you'll find 2 USB 2 Type A ports, a USB-C 10 gigabit per second port, no display port on there. That is worth noting.
What? Okay.
It's if somebody has a display monitor.
Gigabit Ethernet.
If anything, just get a display to HDMI.
Power in for the integrated power supply. Good gravy, this thing is compact. As well as an HDMI 2.0 and DisplayPort 1.4 port. It is worth noting that HDMI 2.0 port, they have tested it at HDMI 2.1 speeds, but there are a couple of features that are not implemented, so they can't call it HDMI 2.1. Also at the back, we have a large 120mm cooling fan that draws air from both the intake on the bottom that comes up through the power supply, as well as the large heatsink on the front.
Nah, that shit looks insane.
Holy shit. Yeah, this looks expertly engineered. Oh my god. And all this is a fucking computer? Jeez,
we're gonna crack this thing fully open in a sec. But first, I want to talk about the Steam controller.
Okay.
No, not that Steam controller. The new one. With the exact same...
As I said, this looks like a fat Xbox controller.
name. Before you ask,
jokes, huh?
Yes, I made my case to Valve that this is unnecessarily confusing. No, they're not going to change it.
Oh, okay.
The good news is Valve learned a lot from the first Steam controller, and this appears to be their most complete offering ever.
I think that the best controller is the PlayStation 5 controller. That's
yeah. It feels so. If I was just saying, it feels so good. Like it just feels so good. Like they have a wider fucking, like they have a wider controller base because they have them 2 touchpad shits at the bottom. It makes it weird.
my opinion personally. My second best would be the GameCube, but that's really just because I like Smash Brothers. I really think PlayStation 5, like I think that they've basically, like they've locked it in. Xbox controller is the best. I've got both, right? I mean, I've got an Xbox controller right here, and I've got a, oh, it's over there. But yeah, I've got, oh, no, I've got it right here. Yeah, I've got this one here. Like, I like PlayStation better, but I like, the Xbox One is good too. But in my opinion, PlayStation is superior.
To be fair, the original was really cool. I mean, it made non-controller games finally playable from the couch.
That shit
thanks to
look
their
ugly as
innovative
fuck.
haptic touchpad. They also unlocked novel input schemes with gesture control or like swiping with momentum. But they
That's
also
cool.
turned off a lot of folks due to their deficiency of traditional joysticks.
Nigga only got one analog stick. Boy, I would have been pissed.
Well, that's solved now.
Okay.
The Steam controller is everything that is great about the controller on the Steam Deck, but usable when your Steam Deck is in docked mode, or with your Steam machine, or with any other PC, investment disclosure. On the surface, it offers up a conventional ABXY button layout with a PlayStation-style symmetric joystick design that will work seamlessly out of the box with basically any game. The trackpads have been repositioned to better accommodate the arm's natural position while holding a smaller device.
Yeah,
compared
it's
to
like basically you're either using the pad or the thumbstick, so I think that's pretty good. Can you use a non-Steam controller? That's a great question. I actually don't know the answer to that.
the wider Steam Deck.
I doubt it though. That's like asking, can you use an Xbox controller for a PlayStation?
And all of the usual Valve buttons are included. A Steam button. For
Oh well, it's Steam. It's Steam though, so it should be compatible.
opening the menu, their quick access button for bringing up the SteamOS overlay, 4 rear programmable buttons. The face buttons are satisfying with a nice amount of resistance, and the D-pad has been tuned from the Steam Deck for better feel. It feels okay to me, but I only got a couple minutes with it before Valve blew my mind. The joysticks are next generation TMR or tunneling magneto-resistant joysticks.
What?
I don't know what the
superior accuracy.
I don't know what the fuck that shit meant either, bro. You're not alone.
And durability, even compared to Hull effect joysticks. And the
no
controller
stick
has
drift
been designed from the ground up.
As a PC Andy, like I see people pogging in chat. They're like, "What? What? That's crazy." I'm like, "Wow, guys. Oh man, that's super cool." I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
No, I heard about it. That shit was like the stick drift issue. Like most PS4 controllers, you deal with, well, controllers in general, you dealing with the stick drift.
Superior gyroscopic aiming or mousing experience with capacitive thumbsticks and even capacitive grips, so you can configure your gyro to enable or disable depending on whether you put your thumb on the stick or even by simply loosening your grip, say to recenter and then reactivate gyroscopic aiming. They had a great demo with Balatro showing how
that's how, bro, like if you're looking for a game that's gonna show how good a controller is, Balatro. That's what you need to use, man. Like you gotta let them know. Like, can you move those cards around or not? All right, I'll be right back. All right, so you got Balatro on there. I've played Balatro. I tried it out. I enjoy watching people play Balatro more than I enjoy playing it. That's the way I feel about it.
I'm crying.
you can use the game's built-in controller compatibility, like a pleb, or, hear me out, trackpads with the right for movement and the left one split down the middle for left and right click. Or, hear me out again, gyro mouse using the face buttons for clicks.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
And if you don't care about gyro aiming, these capacitive inputs are all remappable as well, opening up a whole world of possibilities. Let's go even deeper. In addition to the haptic, texture-like feedback that you know and love from Valve's previous touch,
it's so much shit on this controller. It looks it looked like it's gonna feel weird. It's like you gonna be playing a fucking, like, how are you gonna grip the fucking controller if you got control at the top, and like, how are you gonna be messing with that at the bottom though? That's just gotta, like, you gotta have 6 fingers.
Pads. The Steam controller has been upgraded with large rumble motors for better immersion and a large battery that they claim should be good for 35 hours in the most demanding applications, and even better if you don't need quite as much rumble. But I haven't even talked about the best part.
What is it?
If you've ever gamed over Bluetooth, you know that it can be inconsistent at best. Valve's solution? The puck. Every Steam controller comes with a wireless dongle that clips magnetically to the Steam controller using a couple of nice, strong alignment magnets. And it uses a proprietary 2.4 gigahertz wireless interface that Valve claims is good for about 8 milliseconds end-to-end latency, and offers up superior resiliency when you're using multiple controllers. It allows 4 controllers per puck, so that's not as good as the Xbox dongle, which can do 8.
What?
But Valve has tested up to 4 pucks.
I don't know what the fuck that is. 8 milliseconds equals too slow for me. You niggas ask for too much, bro. I swear.
System for a maximum of 16 players.
Touch my dongle.
You're probably gonna run out of seats on your couch.
What the fuck is niggas saying in the comment section?
Before you run out of controller compatibility.
Holy shit.
Last chef kiss on top is an
enough,
IR emitter that's cozied up beside the power LED to help you find your controller when you're in VR. I love it. Now let's get back to the Steam machine, who got naked while we were busy.
Oh shit.
While Valve's goal was to build something that is zero hassle.
It's basically just all of the stuff with a really big fan next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Grab-in game for the non-tinkerers. They really are laser focused on a console-like experience.
They literally grabbed everything and just packed it together. Like, what the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah.
With quick suspend and resume, and modern standby so that your games are already updated when you sit down to play. They also fully acknowledge that there are folks out there, guilty, who are tinkerers, and they've come up with an ingenious design for this thing that allows it to cater to both audiences.
Wait, you can change? No way.
Advance? No. You're not going to be swapping out the BGA
I was about to say
soldered processors.
Okay.
But what you can do is upgrade the storage with next to no hassle to a 2230 or larger 2280 sized M.2 drive. And
isn't it crazy how Steam can just achieve a monopoly by just simply making good products? I thought that was supposed to be like illegal or something, right? I mean, like, so you're telling me that you could just make products that the customer wants and then everybody just buys them? Well, like, you can't just do that. There's no way. Crazy idea, right? What's the MSRP? I think it's going to be 1,100. That's my benchmark. And I'm betting five of these on it. And if I'm wrong, I will be giving out 5 to my community.
While we couldn't go that deep today, Valve also confirmed that the memory uses standard SODIMM slots.
Oh, wow. I did not expect that.
Finally,
he said wait. He said solder.
Confirmed that the memory uses standard SODIMM slots.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. So you can upgrade it.
I did not expect that.
Finally, while Valve hasn't actually told iFixit that this product is coming yet, they did say that they're hoping to continue their partnership that they've had on the Steam Deck, making replacement parts available for end users.
I hate to say this, but like with the amount of things that are upgradable on this, it does make me worried that it's going to be cheaper than what my guess was. I might have to buy 5 of these. But hey, if I'm wrong, that means they're going to be cheaper, right? And so yeah, and
awesome. Since we're in here, by the way, there are some really cool details that I'd love to highlight.
I think 600.
The power supply, for one thing, is fully integrated to the point where it's actually part of the chassis.
Yeah, they getting money hungry. 800 probably. 800 for any other console now too.
No way.
And the cooling solution pulls air directly through it, which avoids any need for it to have its own fan.
All right, wait. Let me listen to that again.
Is fully integrated to the point where it's actually part of the chassis, and the cooling solution pulls air directly through it, which avoids any need for it to have its own fan. The aforementioned Delta cooling fan is actually slightly thicker.
That's, to me, that's the most impressive thing about this, is the fact that it's so compact, and the fact that it can cool itself is like this is coming from somebody who's like, I used to have a box fan duct taped to the side of my computer, okay? Like, that to me is the most incredible thing about it. It's insanely compact. Yeah, bro, this is nuts.
Than the standard 25 millimeter for extra
power
static
of
pressure. And
technology.
it includes antenna mounts that are integrated into it, along with I/O mounts. Cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually a great look at the 4 antennas. So this is the back of the device where you have your 2 antennas for Wi-Fi 6E. Then if we flip it around to the front, we've got 1 antenna for Bluetooth peripherals and another one that is dedicated to your Steam controller or controllers. So that puck that's included with your controller is actually extra, and you could chuck it on another PC or next to your couch for charging. A major question mark,
Jesus.
Ain't that a motherfucker, huh?
though, is of course price. Valve
That's where we gotta talk. That is the important thing.
How
Price
much?
is I think that is the big question everybody has about this. How much is it going to be? I think that it's going to be $1,100.
I believe that it's probably gonna run 900, 1,100. It's kind of gonna be hard to buy, you know.
$1,100 plus to minus 100 on release. If delusional, I give out 5 Steam cubes or Gabe cubes. That's how certain I am. I think that's what the price is going to be.
wasn't able to give any specific numbers due to
$999,
rapidly evolving market conditions. But they will obviously have it nailed down when the Steam Machine launches in Q1 2026 alongside the new Steam controller. They did give me one hint, though. They said that while they expect it to be very competitively priced with a PC, that it will be priced like a PC rather than like.
Yeah, but like a PC can mean a lot of things.
Yeah, like $2,000, like $4,000.
Hey! I said, didn't I say? I do not think this machine is clearly above the capacity and the quality of a PlayStation or an Xbox. It is. It's above that.
Like a console with games subsidizing the upfront hardware purchase.
Yeah, who the fuck?
They wouldn't say.
Who the fuck gonna buy a PlayStation now if y'all dropping this? Like, come on, bruh. I still gotta upgrade my graphics card.
Another good point too is that these developers, the consoles are loss leaders for the games. It's a good point.
Why, but if I had to guess, I'd say it's partially to avoid stepping on the margin opportunities of their potential partners for Steam games and Steam software, but also because they recognize that the Steam Machine is a full-fledged PC capable of being used as...
Nah, this shit is so little, bro. This nigga holding it in his hand like a fucking mini heater.
A full-fledged PC. There's no guarantee then that say a corporate purchase of 10,000 of these things would result in a...
It's better to probably anchor at a higher baseline price, and then that way you future-proof longer for, like, inflation. Like, I think that maybe that's a better idea. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure, like, they had, like, 1 million people that know a lot more about it than I do make this decision. But, like, I wouldn't be surprised it was priced more. Because, like, really, I don't think that people will buy this instead of buying a console. I think that people that buy this will buy this instead of buying a PC. That's what I'm assuming.
Right. I mean,
it'll be like 2,000. You think it'll be 2,000?
That'd be the only competition, really. Like, I don't know. Like, I would buy this PC. I would buy this little shit. You feel me? Over a laptop or anything.
I don't think it's gonna be 2,000. Like this. So this is not competitive with like a gaming PC. Like if you are an enthusiast where it's a gaming PC, bro, what? Or for second room? $800 I'm on the boat? Yeah, exactly, right? I think so. And no. What I'm saying is that people will get it for like maybe something else separate, but I don't think that it's going to necessarily replace a computer entirely. But I could see if some...
It can't, bro. If that shit would have ran 128 or whatever the max RAM or whatever the max capabilities you can do on the PC, then I would say yes. But it's only like competing with the operating system that would be on a PlayStation. You feel me? Or a PlayStation Pro.
Something like this is very successful.
It's still something
I can see more people transitioning to something like this. And this is especially true in other countries too. Like, I think so. I'm hoping this is going to be a base standard for game development. Yeah, I mean, me too, right? Especially, like, I mean, yeah, I think so too.
Especially with the
performance is around mid-grade laptop. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not expecting this to be like something crazy where it's like the same quality as like a 5090. I would say that the quality for this probably would be like a 3080 level, right? Like, if I had to guess, like, I think you're probably going to get that level of graphics out of it. I'm just, and by the way, I'm just totally guessing. But, like, if I had to guess, that's what it would be.
More of a 4060.
Sale. So they really do need to protect the sustainability of their hardware business. Another major question mark is, where the heck is standalone SteamOS for custom PC builders?
It's just not ready. I don't think they have it ready yet, right?
We aren't going to get a formal SteamOS release for BYO hardware configurations anytime soon, but Valve has expanded the list of supported third-party devices, and they have supported...
I think that really, like, I mean, Valve is extremely measured in the way that they release products. Whenever they release a product, it is like the product, but it will never get released until it is completely locked in to being exactly what they want it to be.
That's perfect.
And I think there's like a few other companies that do basically that same thing, but in a general sense, that's the reason why. It's kind of like Valve, like Rockstar is like this with video games too, right? Where it's like, you know, Red Dead Redemption comes out, it's generational, but, you know, it doesn't come out every year, right? I mean, like Grand Theft Auto will probably be like that too. And so, like, yeah, it will take a lot of time, but when it comes out, it will be very good. Nintendo.
And they fucked up. Call of Duty tend to fuck that up with that shit every year.
As well, sometimes. Nintendo, except with Pokemon.
Installing the Steam Deck recovery image on AMD CPU and GPU systems for some time, and recently updated it to support their latest Zen 5 and RDNA 4 architecture processors. So nothing prevents you from building your own Steam machine and installing the software for free.
Sure.
Though you will miss out on some things. HDMI CEC control, for instance,
I don't know what that is.
Required Valve to build a custom motherboard in order to have your, computer turn on alongside your AV.
Yeah. I'm so glad that, like, because this is something that I always wanted to do, like with Starforge, is to make I was going to call it a big black box, and have it be $1,000 PC, right, that you can sell. And Steam, obviously, that has infinitely more resources than I do, has been able to engineer a little black box. And I think it'll probably be somewhere around there. Gabe stole your idea. It's a great idea. I feel like how many of you guys that, maybe you're a little bit entrepreneurial, or you're, a little enterprising, you thought, man, why don't they make a PC that's just like a baseline PC with no frills, no bullshit, and just sell it for $1,000? Because, like, I remember growing up, I would always wonder that. Like, why do they have all these bullshit things? Why not just have, like, one, like, conformity, conform thing, right? A lot of you guys have thought about this, right? Like, this is not, like, a unique, crazy idea. Right. I feel like a lot of people that are, like, PC enthusiasts and fans of this stuff have thought about this for a long time. It's annoying that it's Linux. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Linux, personally. I was really working on the business plan. Yeah. I mean, it just wasn't, it wasn't ready, right?
Receiver. And to get that on a BYO PC would require some serious cooperation between hardware makers that I don't know if we should hold our breath
it's in transit.
But the bulk of the experience should work pretty much out of the box. We may even get a release that supports a broader range of hardware in the future. But the vibe I'm picking up on around here is that it really depends on better support for Intel and especially NVIDIA GPUs.
Yeah.
I'm also picking up this vibe to our sponsor.
Definitely.
What up?
Man.
Hey man, I got a new couch and I think I need some
have that
help.
phone.
Bro, you know I got
I
some
actually
stuff
have
to
that
do
phone.
today. Come on, it won't take long. Okay.
Their commercial is terrible as fuck.